Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. It's a bit rainy today, a bit drizzly, but we're still going to get on with the video as I've planned anyway. Hopefully the rain will hold off and we're under the trees, so hopefully we'll be alright. So today's video is going to be another fashion experiment. What I've got is a pair of jeans. So a friend gave these to me, they didn't fit her anymore, so she passed them on. I tried them on, they didn't fit me either. So what we're going to be doing today is taking this pair of jeans and turning it, hopefully, into a lovely brand new sort of crop top, bustier style top. So I'm really excited, so let's get straight on with it, let's experiment and let's see how it goes. Okay, so to start off, what I'm going to do is simply cut these jeans down the inside seams just to open up the fabric, open plan, and see what we've actually got there to use. And then we'll go from there, cutting out the shapes and the patterns that we need to stitch together. So let's get on with it and let's just see what we've got to work with and see what we can do with it. Okay, so there I've cut out the first leg of my jeans just to see how much fabric there is on each leg, and there's actually quite a bit, as you can see. It's quite a good wide shape, so it's very adaptable and we can cut it into really whatever shape we need, so that's really good. Good news. So now I've just got to work out what sort of shape I want this to be. Now just looking at just like a standard crop top, I'm going to use this as a sort of example of the pattern I need and sort of make something up from that. It's going to be in panels, so I'm thinking obviously the middle to the side and the middle to the other side. Then there'll be a sort of a side panel in here and then 2 back panels. So altogether that's about 6 panels we need. Hopefully that should work. So let's get drawing, get inventing, get creating, come up with a pattern that we can then cut out and stitch into a lovely top. Okay, so I basically just worked out a bit of a pattern and I've drawn them onto some card. I'm putting them on as a template and then I'm going to cut them out. So what I'm going to do now is I've got the sewing tin. I'm going to get some pins out, pin it down, and then we'll get cutting. Right, so I'm now going to cut my first piece. So I've got the trusty steel rule. So there we go, that's one bit cut out, that's the front bit, the main bit that's going to sit at the front of the top. Now I haven't quite got the point very sharp on this seam because of the thickness of it, so I might see what I can do there and then I'll get on and cut the other bits out. Okay, so I have just had to go and put a jumper on because it's absolutely freezing. But yeah, I have now cut out the front piece and the 2 pieces that will form the back. I tried to align it so that these seams would go the same way when they're put together, but unfortunately that didn't really work out and they're completely different directions. So the next bit then is to cut out the 2 side pieces, but for that I'm going to need to open up the other leg of the jeans. So let's get on with that, let's open up those jeans and let's get the final 2 pieces of this pattern drawn on. Okay, so I've now got all of my pieces cut out in front of me. I've got my 2 panels that will form the back. I have my lovely front piece, of course, and then the 2 side pieces that will go like so. And I'm really happy with these because I've actually cut them correctly and I was really careful to make sure that they were opposites and not exactly the same, so that they would sit on opposite sides. So I've got all my pieces there, cut really neatly and carefully, so they're ready to be stitched together. Oh, you're joking. Yeah, in the past I have used a sewing machine. However, when I did that, I wasn't the best at it. And I think my hand stitching was actually heaped better than using the sewing machine. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just going to completely hand stitch this garment because me and sewing machines just don't really get on that well. Okay, so I'm now at the stage where I've sewn together the front and side pieces, and as you can see it's now one single panel. So that will go around like that. It's a little bigger than I was expecting, but I think that's to do with the seam allowances I've left, but hopefully it will fit. So the next thing I'm going to do is pin them together, so pin the large panel to the two smaller panels and then see how it's going to fit. Okay, so I've now got every single panel stitched together like this. So what I want to do now is see how it fits on me. As you can see, there's a lot of excess material at the back here at the join, which will be fabulous for adding a zip. So I'm going to work out how to attach the zip, because I've never done that before, and then fit the zip in, and then let's see if it fits. So in terms of a zip, I do actually have one, but it's not very attractive. It's just a plain white one that I was just going to put in, but it is the right length for this garment. But what I was thinking, what would be even cooler would be if we took the zip off of the jeans and put that on the back of the top. But that would mean I'd have to make the back of the top a bit lower, but that would be fine. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to see if I can get this off, and if I can, I'll work out a way of using that zip on the back of this top. Sorted. There we go. So there is a lovely zip from the jeans. Okay, so I have now sewn it all together and sewn in the zip. So I'm going to see now if it fits. Okay, so that is it, and I think isn't quite finished. As you can see, it doesn't fit that amazingly. So what I'm going to do is cinch it in at the waist a bit there so it sits better on my waist. I'm going to bring these bits at the top in to make sort of cups for my bust, but at the back I am going to cut these down to the level of the zip. And I'm also going to add some straps. So there are quite a few little adjustments I'm going to make here and there, but as a main concept I think it looks great and I think it's worked really well. I'm really proud of the sewing. I think it's gone really well. If you love this video and want to see more of my creations, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and watch this space, because the next video is going to be a big building project. It's going to be big, it's going to be fun, so please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time for that big building project.